So the 20th Meetings Africa will kick off today at the Sandton Convention Centre. The gathering is aimed at shaping Africa's business events landscape by connecting the continent to the world. This event will feature a two-day trade show preceded by a dedicated educational day called BONDay in partnership with leading global, continental and national industry associations. Watching the story is SABC News economics reporter Katlego Legodi, live to us now from Sandton. An important gathering this, Katlego, especially when you consider what is at play geopolitically speaking. So much said about what Africa can do for Africans.
Most definitely. A very good morning to Ayanda and to our viewers at home. You're right. So those conversations will be coming through in the coming 2 days in ensuring as well that there's a global partnership, so continental partnership that moves into the globe. So here you find us 20 years later, and this is how then they're going to be reflecting as per the theme of connecting the continent 20 years later into this BONDay. So this would be business opportunities just coming through here, and this is where then we also expecting to see the trade show coming through with exhibitions, and we're told as well, Ayanda, that this is where there will be moments of reflections as well in terms of how to strategically position the MICE sector, but most importantly the tourism sector, in capitalizing on these greater economies on the continent. At the same time, we're expecting for Minister Patricia de Lille to give us a sense of how South Africa has been faring, especially where tourism is concerned. And you hear a lot of the conversations already having started now in the BONDay. You can just see behind me, Ayanda, the delegates are already arriving here for this BONDay, and this is where they're going to be kickstarting this particular process with conversations that are very, very pivotal. But you find us at the richest square mile here in Africa, Sandton. The Sandton Convention Centre is host to this particular BONDay and the Meetings Africa, and the general manager is Mr. Sean Baird, who'll just give us a sense of how the years have been going over time and what we can expect as well in terms of what's on offer from the convention center. Welcome to the SABC, Sean. Just give us a sense of how we see this day kick-starting, but also the importance of positioning the Sandton Convention Center for such an event like this.
Thank you very much, and good morning, and welcome to all your viewers. As we enter the 20th year of Meetings Africa, is extremely exciting. You know, we've been involved with this for many, many years, and the Sandton Convention Centre is extremely excited to host Meetings Africa, especially in this 20-year anniversary event. Obviously, kicking off with BONDay today, a lot of the key role players from around Africa and around the world will be here, and Sandton Convention Centre is very excited to host them. We feel that as the Convention Centre, we have a very important role to play in promoting both South Africa and Africa to the wider continent, and showcasing what Africa and South Africa has to offer. Obviously, the Sandton Convention Centre is the premier convention centre as far as we're concerned, and as such, we intend to put our best foot forward to ensure that South Africa is well represented, and we hopefully will have some successful ease through this event.
And you are also in this sector, right, as the Sandton Convention Centre, in terms of the events that will be hosted as part of the tourism sector. And year in, year out, we hear of the buy-in, that is South Africa, that is Africa. How has it been going? Have you been realizing and picking up on some of these opportunities that will position you as a business strategically to move into the continent?
Oh, most definitely. Apart from Meetings Africa itself, the whole industry is very well focused at the moment on attracting both international and local businesses and associations. Through the African sectors as well, we're finding that there's a bit of growth there as well, which is fantastic. And traction is definitely gaining in the international market. South African Tourism, South African Convention Bureau are really stepping it up in terms of getting that side of it organised, and we're there to facilitate and support them all the way along.
How does the coming 20 years look like? I mean, we're here looking at the reflections in terms of the past 20 years, but there's an exciting moment in terms of seeing the continent coming together and these conversations that will then reshape the continental position, especially where the economies are concerned. How does the coming 20 years look like for you as the Sandton Convention Centre?
Well, I mean, apart from South Africa, there's massive expansion on the continent as well in terms of convention centres and facilities for business travel. So we're We're very excited. We're seeing a definite growth going through to 2030 in terms of international events, and we're very excited. You know, at the end of the day, South Africa is a fantastic destination. We offer some world-class facilities, which some people don't always think that we do. But when you actually look into it, and that's one of the reasons we love having the hosted buyers here, is they're always pleasantly surprised about the level of service quality that South Africa and the continent offers. And we're very happy to have our African partners with us on that as well.
Just before we let you go, it's all about partnerships, right? And this uniting behind the tourism sector. Have there been some of those green shoots? I know the minister has said the numbers have picked up. We have surpassed COVID-19 levels. But have you seen that traffic coming through? COVID was very harsh. Have you seen the traffic coming back into the convention center and the events industry as well before we let you go, Sean?
No problem. I think the events industry as a whole has been a little slow in taking up. But since COVID, it's taken 2 or 3 years. But as everybody is aware, you know, this is a long-term process. You know, association events and those type of things happen 3 to 5 years out. So we're starting to see the pickup now that started with interactions going back to 2022, 23, which is starting to come to fruition now. We have found that recently the pickup for 2027 to 2030 has become very strong, not just at our centre, but around South Africa and on the continent as well. So we're very excited about the future.
Awesome. Sean, everything of the best. I know it's going to be a busy coming days. Of course, we're expecting the exhibitions as well to be taking shape, and the minister will be coming through to ring the bell. The exciting moment about this, especially where you find us now, is to see the stakeholders in the tourism sector ringing that bell to say that we are open for business. For now, Ayanda is back to you in studio.
All right, Katlego Legodi, live to us there from the Sandton Convention Centre in the north of Johannesburg. Thanks very much indeed.